don't have to you don't need 10 people to see like, okay, this login functionality is working, password is working for them. No, this all work will be done by the data provider in Selenium or using in a application resources. When AUT is nothing but a application under test. You are aware of this term, right? AUT and all.
No, sorry.
Uh-huh.
AUT.
Okay, so those things will cover in a manual. Okay, so AUT is automation under test. When you have a large number of BVT test cases, business verification test cases, and when you can't rely on manual test case execution for critical functionality. So it should be always work. Okay, you will see many things. So yeah, I will tell you one truth for this Selenium. Okay, so what will happen, Selenium project won't give you 100% success. Okay, when you work in a real time, many times the same test case will fail, keep on failing. Okay, for one or other reason. So uh, but the main thing is why still people use automation is there is a data functionality, right? You can introduce data. So that data, let's say you have to fill thousand of applications or thousand of customer you have to create. Let's say when a banking application is there you're creating it n number of times, you have to log in and fill the those personal details. So those will be done through Selenium easily. Many things Selenium don't have a success. Okay, that is a non functionality of Selenium, but still people are going for automation with Selenium.
Okay.
So a little bit quick introduction about Selenium. So Selenium is one of the most popular automated test suites and designed in a way to support and encourage automation testing of functional aspect of web-based application in a wide range of browsers and platforms. So it will test your IE, then Chrome, Mozilla Firefox. So all these browsers, Safari also we can test. We need a web driver for that, and we will be able to test any browser and any platforms. So due to the existence of open source, why people are favoring Selenium, not QTP? Because QTP one node charges is also in 3 to 4 lakhs. That's why Selenium is more popular over QTP.
Okay.
It has become the one of the most accepted tool amongst testing professions. So this is the reason. Limitation of Selenium. Selenium supports testing of only web-based applications. Okay, web-based we can do API testing. API testing is not there in this course. Web-based with Selenium automation is there in this course. Mobile-based applications cannot be tested using a Selenium. So some apps we are downloading some apps, right, in the mobile. Those we cannot test through Selenium. We need a APM. APM is another tool through which we can test mobile applications. CAPTCHA and barcode readers cannot be tested using a Selenium. Generally, CAPTCHA and barcode reader are mainly desktop-based tools, so they can be tested using a QTP, but not through Selenium. Reports can be generated using a third-party tools like TestNG and JUnit. We will going further. We will download this TestNG or JUnit. We will do for this course. We will do TestNG because this is more famous. So what it will do, the Selenium will generate a test reports, and let's say you don't have to create any report manually like Excel sheet. You will say, okay, this many tests are passed, this many tests are failed. No, this all will be taken care when while executing this feature. TestNG has a feature. It will create one folder and generate an email labeled report. So you will be able to send to your manager or lead report like this. And user is expected to process a prior programming language knowledge. So to eliminate this point, we will cover the Java point, core Java, because core Java is required for this course. So we'll cover entire core Java so that you, if you don't know this, okay, I forget to ask you like what you have studied.
I have done engineering in computer science.
Uh-huh. And which year?
2011 pass out.
2011 pass out. Okay. So what is your plan? Are you able to show any experience like you know to like cover this 9 years gap?
No, currently I haven't shown anything.
Mhm,
Uh, so yeah, the MC technologies people, they will tell how to show cover that gap or what to do for that.
mhm. Okay,
So yeah,
understood.
but meanwhile, I started looking for jobs just 2 3 months.
Mhm,
It's been just 2 3 months since I started looking for jobs, and I have just put manual testing in my resume, and
mhm,
I did some courses on Tableau and SQL from Udemy, and I put that because I had interest in SQL and Tableau,
mhm.
but I didn't get any job interviews or anything. So
Okay,
yeah,
okay. Yeah, I will tell you. Yeah, like how to approach your recruiter and all. Like, okay, that we will see going further. Yeah.
yeah,
There are few sites are there, you will be able to get job easily. Just you have to little bit follow up with the recruiter, and you have to keenly apply, because there are people who are looking for like women who have a job gap, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so you will be able to get it very, I mean, easily. For two
I
years
do.
it will be for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't know, but I'm trying since like 3 months, but not a single interview call I have gotten. So I don't have much hope, but yeah,
No, no,
maybe
you.
after this course I will get some calls. I don't know.
Haha. No, no, you should actually, yeah. So if you, if you do something, manual testing is very, very easy, right? You have already
Yeah,
done. So you
yeah,
you just need an interview call. That's it, right? You need
yeah.
an interview call and you will be able to crack. Okay, even I will also provide to my students, my previous students, if they are looking for job, freshers like that. Okay, I
Okay,
will, yeah, I will pass to you also. Okay.
okay,
So Selenium components. So we have a Selenium IDE, remote control WebDriver, and Selenium grid. So this all we won't say this IDE and this thing RC, okay, because these two components are obsoleted. But for your interview purpose, you have to remember what is IDE and remote control RC. Those are not applicable since 3 to 4 years. The only WebDriver we are using. Through this WebDriver, you have to code it. You have to code, and there is no other option. Selenium grid usage is, let's say, it's your things are running in local. Understand? You have a live project. You have worked on XYZ company. Now you are working on a live project. In that case, your manager also should be able to see your execution, right? So it will be on a live, in some portal, in some IP address, where he will be also able to see, and you have to push your code to a environment called Git. So all people will use a repository, Git repository, and
okay,
uh, it will be remotely, your code will be executed. That's called Selenium grid. So I will show you one live example, but I don't have a IP address. So for some of my project I will show that, but for this we need a live IP address. So whichever I have, that I will show for this Selenium. Now Selenium WebDriver. So WebDriver is a tool for testing web applications across different browsers using different programming languages like Ruby, Python, Java. This all WebDriver will support. WebDriver is faster than Selenium RC because of its simple architecture. WebDriver directly talks to browser when Selenium RC needs to helps of the RC server in order to do so. And WebDriver's API is more concise than Selenium RC. So Selenium RC, what it was doing, it was just it's a remote control, right? Selenium remote control in full form, RC means. So instead of that, it was more rigid and difficult to handle in programming. So these all things will be resolved in WebDriver. Just a introduction of WebDriver, how it will work. So this is just a diagram, but when we write, it will be a proper code for that. So you need some jar files to configure, and you have to write this WebDriver code. So For this setup, so setup we you will be need let me tell you. Okay, so you will be need some setup things help. So whenever we'll start automation, we will do setup in your environment. Make sure your Java and Selenium code is working. One more thing with the Selenium, in each and every program, you need some another setup. Okay, so we will first go with the how you have to add jar files to your project. Then I will teach you some tricks so that you write a code, it will automatically take jar files. You don't
Okay.
have to add those jar files. But first, if I will teach you, you want it will be yeah. So that it will be little bit difficult if you have to work with a jar file. So first, difficult things, then easy things. I will teach for this setup.
Okay. So you will be sending me all these in the email so I can do the setup, or how?
Yeah, so first we'll start with manual testing, then we'll go for automation. So
Okay.
not no no we I will take your control. I will first give you what things to be downloaded. Then I will tell you how to install. Wherever you are stuck, we will connect and complete your installation.
Okay. Okay. But
Okay.
you will be sending me all the material, class material which we'll be discussing on daily basis, right?
Yeah, yeah, sure. I will send you those programs. So
Okay.
what I will do, I will give you programs. Okay, I will give you programs. You, if you, if possible, and let's say if you have a class on morning or evening, then I will send you 12 hours back those programs. You have to, you have to understand those programs. Okay, it's not necessary you have to run it, because if you will try to run, it won't work, because for each and every program there is a different way. There is a we have to install some another thing. Okay, then
Yeah.
it will work. So that we will do on a class, but
Okay.
I will send you those programs prior, so that it will work for you.
Okay.
You can try those programs. Okay, so locating an element. So I will give you some, 100 or something, some questions are there. So I will give you, so from those only most of the questions for Selenium it will come.
Okay. There will be theory questions also, which we have to by heart or remember those questions.
Yes, yes, yes. Those
Okay.
questions, yeah, theory also will be there, and most of the theory I will send you, and programs I will send you on a mail,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So syntax here, main things is syntax, which you have to, by heart. Syntax you have to by heart.
Yeah.
Programming you have to do, but syntax is you have to buy it. So
Okay.
there are ways to locate elements through WebDriver. So by dot class name, by is nothing, now b is a capital, that we will see going further in Java class. Anything is capital letter, first letter is capital, it's a class name. And dot, what we are doing is a method name, right? So by dot class name, by dot css selector, by dot id, these are nothing. But when you, if you will inspect your element in a JavaScript, you will be able to see a tr or td code, right? And you have done computer engineering only, right? Okay, then this will, okay, you do you have Java in your course?
Uh, yeah, I have learned Java. I have taken a few classes also while I was on in the job. But
Mhm.
now, since it's so many years, I have forgotten all the things. I might remember with the classes and all.
Haha, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a revision, because you won't be struggle if you know, if somebody, there are people who will come from a different background, right?
Yes. Yes.
Like mechanical engineering or, so they, it's very difficult for them to explain variables and all. So it will be, if you know, if you're already into this field, it will be easy for you.
Yeah.
Uh, I have a question.
Hmm. Yeah,
Can you hear me?
yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
So, I am totally from a non technical background, non IT background. So,
Huh, huh. Yeah, so we I will anyways, for her also I am starting from scratch. For
okay, perfect.
Tanu, yeah, so it will be starting from very basic Java, like variables, entire core Java will be covered in this course. And may I know your name?
Shipra.
Shipra. Okay. Okay, Shipra. So you have any prior experience?
No, I am totally from a different background. I
Hmm,
have a banking experience,
hmm.
no technical IT experience.
Okay, so for you, I have one suggestion. So you do this course. Okay, now after doing this course, you apply for automation and manual. But your first target, for okay, currently are you working?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so there are huge openings in banking and finance domain for manual testing. So uh, after doing this course, whenever manual testing part is completed, you go ahead and apply for uh, what you say manual testing with banking and finance experience jobs.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay,
So,
and hmm,
okay, okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, so in this course we are covering like let's say some simple thing. Okay, let's say how you are recording your video. Okay, like those things, and you are getting a video, right? It's buffering and you will be able to see how it is driving. So like that, let's say if you are only there is a specialty for this courses, we are covering the recording feature. Okay, so let's say you are from a non-technical background, so let's say you are saying, then if you stuck somewhere, okay, then if you wanted to go ahead and do code by yourself, or you wanted to see what I don't know, that what will be the code which I don't know, so I will show you the way where you can see the recording. Okay, you have to record those code, you have to put that code in your tool which I will show you,
Okay,
and the similar way how you will code, you will be able to see those coded things.
okay, okay.
Okay.
So, as per my belief, that Selenium, what you are starting right now, this is a
Mhm.
automation testing, right?
Yes, automation
Okay,
testing and
okay,
manual
perfect.
testing. So
Got
first
it.
I will go, so first I will start with manual testing, because let's say you have a job, but you aspire to come to this field, right?
Yes,
So
yes,
testing,
yes.
yeah. So here the for manual testing, the most important aspect is your communications should be very very good, right? Because we have to day in day out, our job is to write our test cases, test plans, and like logic should come, like how to create a test cases for any project, any application. Forget about finance or all. So let's say if you wanted to come to this, you have to be a dynamic. Yeah, you should say, okay, I am currently working in a banking, but I can take up any application and I will be able to drive, right?
Okay, yeah.
So we will take 2 3 applications, and we will do live test case. Main thing is, they will ask you, for any technical interview they will ask you to write a test cases, right? Now they will ask scrum technologies, scrum, what is scrum, what you have to speak in a because scrum meeting will be daily. Scrum is a method where the human progress will be derived, like how you are performing, you came to some, why they will take you. So all these
Hmm.
things, what you will do day in day out, those things you have to report in a scrum meeting. So those things we will cover it.
Okay,
So
okay,
until and unless you are formed, I wanted to switch, you have a very good communication skills, then you are yes to come for this course, and for any job opening also they will invite you.
okay, sure. Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah. But only thing is, apply with very positivity, give interview with very positive. I mean, you by heart what study materials I will give you. It won't take 10 days time. Okay, maximum. What I recommend you is, you write it what study materials I will give you in a notepad. Write 2 or 3 times so that it will be in your subconscious mind.
Okay,
And then,
okay,
yeah, then just you what you need is, you need one interview and you will be able to crack it. Okay.
okay,
Yeah,
okay, sure. Got
yeah.
it. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, so navigation command. So what navigate it will do? Let's say if we wanted to navigate to any application, let's say banking application, or any real estate or any application, if we wanted to navigate, we will try driver dot navigate to driver dot navigate back. So all this back button, forward button, which we see on the browser, right here on the top left corner. So those things we will try achieve using a automation using these commands. These all are what I am seeing, I am showing here. It's the interview questions. But when you will enroll with the course, I will I will share my these questions, what exactly theoretical questions will come. Not these slides, these are only for my purpose. I mean, okay. And close is used to close a single window, right? There are like close there, driver dot quit is there, so it will close all the instance of Chrome browser. So these all are methods, these all are WebDriver methods. When we will instantiate a WebDriver, we will have a object that's called a driver. So driver will use all these are the driver methods, close and quit. Now wait, so wait are the important things. Okay, so once I will teach you this course, you I will show you. Let's say if you try to automate anything, let's say you will say, okay, Maitri, I wanted to automate any application which is available in a open source, I mean in a Google, some code is available, it won't work. Okay, it won't work. You have to find a reason. 99% of Selenium programs which is given in a Google, it won't work. Because why? Because your speed is different, their speed is different. You have to put like this wait statements, right? When we have a large amount of data, um, let's say personal information filling form is there, in that 20-30 fields are there. So to load the form, load the data, load the drop down data, it will take some time. At that time we will use this Selenium waits, implicit wait, thread dot wait, this all are the Selenium concepts, but thread dot wait is a Java thing. So we will see there are 4 types of waits. So this will cover that we will cover during this automation thing. And visibility of the elements, like it can be buttons, drop boxes, check boxes, radio buttons, these all are the elements which we have to see. Web, now what is a HTML page? HTML page is a made of web elements like checkbox, option buttons, radio buttons, I mean drop boxes, list box. So all these things. Now if let's say if somebody will tell you, click, okay, I want this thing to be retrieved here, I want this data, this element is present. So what exactly we are doing? Manually we are clicking there, right, and filling that. Same thing we will do in a automation. We will click there, we will get its location, and we will fill the information. Same thing what we are doing manually we'll do through automation. These all are the methods, like is displayed. Let's say in one fruit drop down, apple, banana things are there, so we will find out whether it's a displayed. This all we can select is displayed, we can confirm, assert it. Okay, how we will say manual testing, this test case is pass or fail, but in automation we have to assert. If assertion is working fine, we will write one assert statement after each and every test case. If assertion is working fine, we will make sure test is pass, right? So automation means assertion. Manual means we have to verify manually whether these two things are matching, expected and actual. But in automation, we will do using a assertion. And the framework we will do is a hybrid POM framework. So hybrid means TestNG plus page object model. Now benefits of TestNG. TestNG we will use from the market space. Eclipse, we have to use Eclipse open source for this. In that we will install TestNG. So there are number of benefits of Selenium perspective. Major advantages of TestNG are it gives the ability to produce HTML reports of execution. Annotations made testers life easy. So we will use in Java, we will use a system.out.println statement, but in TestNG we will use annotations. Little bit different. Only execution is different of TestNG. TestNG is top on Java execution, test runner. And if you are working in a Selenium, you are Selenium with Java, you are almost, you have to work similar to Java developers, core Java developers. There are many things in Java like Spring Boot, advanced Java, J2EE. We won't cover that. We have for this course we have a core Java. Core Java itself is a very big topic. So for this we have to understand core Java and TestNG over Java annotations. Now test cases can be grouped and prioritized more easily. Let's say I wanted to execute only smoke test cases. Okay, then I will do a grouping. Now what is smoke, so what is sanity test cases, that we will see in a manual testing. I want my lead, what they will tell you, give me a result of smoke test cases. Okay, I will show you the way key where you can write only smoked word. No, it will pick only smoke test cases. We have to make here through programming, we have to make that to understand that program that sorry. Yeah, so we have to make that program understand that they have to pick only the word smoked or sanity or regression, only those things program should pick up. Parallel testing is nothing but a selenium grid. So let's say 10 team members are there and they wanted to run their test case parallelly. One is running smoke, one is running sanity, that should be possible. Okay, but if you run in your local environment, it won't work. So for that we have to take a parallel testing, because in a team 10 people will work and manager has to see, manager can't rely that is it is working on in your local. No, it should work remotely. So this is a remote execution. We will use for normal local test, we will use a local web driver, but for grid we will use a remote web driver, that is called a parallel test. It will generate the logs and data parameterization is also possible. Here we will use a data annotations that is also of test ng last annotation. In that let's see, if we wanted only mandatory things to be executed, that we will pass into our data provider. This is nothing but a data provider annotation.
G, is it a file or I I didn't understand much.
Good question. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So TestNG is a plugin. Okay. TestNG
Okay.
is a Eclipse plugin. So Eclipse is a tool where we will do Java, right? In that you have to install a TestNG. So there are two things: TestNG and JUnit, right? We will use a TestNG annotations. It will generate a reporting, and in Java you will write a system.out.println statement, right? Here we and you will use a main method. If you remember, if you go back to your college days, you'll remember you will write a main method, public static void main string args, right? So those things is an entry point. In Java, we call whatever is execution, that's called an entry point in developers language, right? So here the entry point will be different. You whatever you are executing, for that entry point is required. So public static void main is nothing but a entry point. Similar to that, TestNG is providing annotations. Test annotation, let's say it will be very very well arranged. You wanted to open a browser, you will write in one annotation. You wanted to write your test cases, you will write in one annotation. You wanted to quit from this test, you will write in one annotation. So it will be based on your group, it will do grouping, it will do priority test case only will be executing. These all features are given in a test engine.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so we'll take we have only 15 minutes now. We'll take up manual testing. Okay, so yeah, so software engineering, right? So software engineering is an engineering discipline concerned with the principal problems of developing large number of software. And software engineering is a discipline which tracks both technical and non-technical problems associated with the software development. Now for this, what we are using a V model, right? If you Tanu, if you know, we earlier when you have worked, you might be using a V model. So that is nothing but a technology of software engineering, right?
Okay.
Now
I don't remember much. Yeah. Sorry.
yeah, yeah, so actually V model has a left and right hand, right? So left hand will represent verification, and right hand is our testing, what we wanted to go. It's a validation, right? Unit testing, system testing, integration, user acceptance test, these all are the right side of V model, right? So still there are companies like many like Mastercard and also what they are doing, they are still using the old methodology. Some people like in US, if you go and see, most of the companies are Scrum, but there are people 5% or like that, they are still using a waterfall model. That was a 12 years back thing, still they are using. So for this course we will cover, in case if you go and somebody will ask you what is a waterfall model or what is a V model, you will be in sync, at least what to say. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So apply engineering concepts to developing software. Apply concepts to removing crisis. So when we talk about software engineering, we have to understand the risk, why quality is so important, and why we are doing here, why we will do in this course practice. Because let's say you have got a job. Okay, it is very important to get a job, but to survive in a job is also important. So you have to make sure, okay, if you got a job, you have to make sure you will be able to survive. How you will be, you should not miss anything. Being a tester, they will rely on you. Okay, doesn't matter you have a how much years of experience. If you wanted to grow in this career, you have to make sure, being a tester, you should not always think, okay, if I miss this, it's fine. No, what will be there? If you don't know, you have to ask 100 times. Okay, but you should not miss any functionality. If you don't understand, you have to say I don't understand. Okay, so this is why here we have to have a very good in-depth understanding, so that we will remove this risk of failure. Now, definition of a software. So software is a set of programs developed to perform a particular task, right? So actually, when we talk about a software, so there are different software things, right? So how there like n number of modules will be there, how we will integrate, and we will make a software. So generally, what external people will know is, there will be one exe file which is called a software. You will do next, and it will be installed in your machine. So this is how people generally thinks that how it will be a software. But here we will do a little bit different work. It mainly acts as a mediator between the user and the system to fulfill user requirements, right? So let's say if we talk about a web application, so it will be a mediator. There will be a server and you will be a user, right? And you will just enter data, and your things will be fulfilled when you click on the submit button or save button. Now SDLC. So these all are the interview questions only, but I will give you a little bit depth. These are the brief little bit about SDLC. So it's a software development lifecycle. So there are 5 phases. Software requirement gathering. This work will be done by a business analyst in an industry. There will be a POC team. How this will work actually? There will be a POC team. They will do a POC for any new product or a project. After that, once the POC is confirmed, your client has a n number of requirements. They want this feature should be like this. Here drop down should be their checkbox. This all requirement your client will give, and your business analyst will structure it. Okay, what form? Let's say there are 2 forms are there. One form data should be used in another form. Then what type of web element they should put? All these things will be decided by a business analyst. They will give a dry form. They will give a data flow diagram to developer, and developer will do a design and development. So design will be a low level design and high level design. High level design will be interpret into normal forms from the scratch. In the web element web page, they will put elements. And while coding, implementation is nothing but a coding to integrate all these modules and unit testing, right? So first unit modules will be tested. Those modules, unit testing will be done by only developers and not testers. Okay, and once they are integrated, it will be given to testing team, right? So testers are about to do um, integration testing, manual testing, system testing, acceptance testing. Okay, so user acceptance testing, why manual testers will do? Because it will go to client, right? Okay, I'll give you a little bit brief about the industry, how it will work. Okay, so in a service base, there are two types of companies in a market. One is a service based company and one is a product based company. Now service based company, what they are doing, they have a uh, mm, uh, fixed dollars. Okay, let's say you are recruited to some company. Okay, so what, how this business will work, your client will give some x amount to your company. Okay, and your company will give to you. Okay, so uh, this is how the structure will work. While in a product based company, you will be directly working to the company. There is nothing to do with a fixed type, right? You will get your salary like that. Even in service based also same like that, but uh, your company will get some dollars, and from that they are giving, but you won't be able to know. It will be abstract things. Okay, so what it will do, they have to satisfy the client who is giving the amount to you. So what they will do, one document, test case document, what the testers will create, some other testers, not the same one who has created, the other testers have to execute that document. Okay, and whatever you are writing, pass or fail, that will be given to the client. So if you are wrongly writing a pass or fail, your client will come to know, and it will affect your performance, right? That's why to give a very good result and everything working, everything very transparent to client, first it will be done by the testers and a maintenance. So once the project is alive, or many types, let's say if there are like some giants, let's say Capgemini or Cognizant or HCL, then there is a huge product, then what they are doing, they are giving different things to different teams. So maintenance, or let's say HCL has developed something, then Capgemini will do a maintenance project. Okay, so entire code, what do HCL people will do, they will give to Capgemini, and Capgemini will just fix the bugs. Okay, so this is called a maintenance, right? So in that also, let's say mm, if you are working on a critical project, critical banking project, okay, how the project actually they are, you have to there are some agreements, they have to complete the testing in a 2 or 3 hours or like that. So this all things will come into maintenance. At that time, the testing is very important, because they will give a limited time to developer and limited time to tester, and you have to complete your work and give back to them. Otherwise, SLA will be violated, and your company has to pay to another company. Uh, Now, software quality assurance. Software quality assurance involves reviewing, auditing. Now, there are two things. One is QA and QC, right? So this QA, generally there is a very minute difference. So in this, auditing is there, auditing the software products and activities to verify they comply with the applicable procedures and standards. Okay, let's say if you are working for a product based company. Okay, so product based company as a they have a compliance team. Okay, so they will see how many, if let's say test case is failing, against that defect is present or not, right? So being a manual tester, you have to raise a defect, so that defect is present or not, that will be reviewed by your product auditor, right? So this QA work will be done by your compliance team in a product based company. While in a service based company, there will be a maturity models. You can see CMM level company, right? CMM level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So everybody going further, you go to CMM level 5 ISO level company, they have their own process, they have a auditors, right? They will review everything, your test case is available for particular feature or not, who has executed, any peer review is done or not. All these things will be done in the QA process by the auditor. Now verification and validation. So these are the part of V model. So V model, first left arm will be verification and right will be a validation. So verification is a process to check whether the software conforms to the specifications. It typically involves the reviews, meetings, evaluate documents, plans, requirements, and specifications. So, verification, what it will do generally, it's like a requirement gathering. Not your work, not a tester's work is involved here. Your only business analyst and developers work is involved. You like HLD, LLD, requirement gathering. All these three things will be done in a verification phase. Once the verification phase is completed, validation phase will start, and it will be hand over to testing team. Now, what is the validation? So it is a process to check whether the software meets the customer requirements. It typically involves testing at the user end and takes place after verification is completed. So as I mentioned, once the verification is completed, validation phase will start. In that, what will be a validation phase? It consists of integration testing, system testing, and user acceptances. Whatever main three testings are there, that will be covered here. There are many things like in system testing, you can say whether you have to do smoke testing, sanity testing, regression testing. That will be furthermore going depth into system testing. So how your company or how your QA manager or QA architect want, based on that, going further, you have to do similarly. Now, what is a software bug? So we will see what is a bug, like priority, severity, how to raise a bug. So as in when you see there is a deviation in the expected, we have to very keen in a requirement. Okay, let's say you will get always a document. You have to, your document is your Bible. You have to refer it and you have to go and navigate and see where exactly whatever is written in the document it's working or not. Right? It's a verification work. Let's say, I forget to ask your name. Your name? SS? Am I audible?
I'm Shipra.
S
Shipra. Yeah, yeah. I'm
Shipra. Yeah,
Shipra.
sorry. Yes, sorry, I forget it. Yeah. So in your banking things, you will be going ahead. You are verifying things, right? Whether it's your balance is correct or not as per the things. So what
Correct.
exactly you are doing day in day out, you have to do it here. Same way, exact keen work you have to do. And if it is not done, you will, what you will do? Oh, your banking application is not working. You will think, okay, it's not working. Your server is down. You will say, okay, I will, this and this is my email ID. I will email to this respective team. Same way, instead of email, there is a process here that's called a bug or defect or error. We will see the difference between bug, defect, and error going further. So we have to raise a bug. Now there will be many tools like Jira, Bugzilla, or TFS, HPALM. All these tools are there. HPLM is a paid version. So all the tools, what it will be a configurable tool. Okay, there will be a, one person, your IT team or your QA architect or your Scrum Master. They have a access, full access, admin access. They can configure, add, and remove things. They can change the label also. Okay, so sometimes you feel this label was like that in Jira, but in TFS it is something different. No, these all are fully configurable, and like your architecture or manager can configure or IT team can configure as per your requirement. So we will see how to raise a bug, how what fields are available in Jira and what fields are, I'll show you in Jira, and Bugzilla also I will show you. Another thing, so it will be same only if you remember one format. Another place also similar format will be there. So it is a term used to indicate defect in a software. Software defect can be mainly recognized as a critical measure and a minor. Let's say something production issue is there. Production, I mean, it's a live, right? Let's say ICICI bank site or HDFC site or Indus bank site, they are live. People are using those sites. That means it's a production. There are many environments. Like first it will start with the dev environment. Okay, your code will be first developed into dev environment, then it will migrate to test, then it will migrate to staging or production. Okay, in any company there are three environments. Okay, let's say you are showing prior experience as a tester. You will say you should know this terminology. So the the minimum least environment where the testing will happen start from the scratch is development. After development activity, after the testing and staging in production. Staging in production will be called a beta version, and it will be live like any website. So this will be like a critical, major and minor. How it will affect your website, based on that you can decide. Again, it will be your product or project or manager call, product owner project manager call. They will change the severity. If they think you have done injustice, they will change it. So when to raise what type of priority or severity, that is also art, right? What type, what, when you will use what thing, that we will see while doing this course. Now types of testing, black box testing, right? Let's see if we are clicking somewhere on the website, we don't know what is a code. That is a black box. White box means we are familiar with the code. Regression testing. What is regression testing? Regression testing means the feature is working fine and we are adding some more functionality to that feature, but the existing functionality is not affected. That's called a regression test. Ad hoc means you're testing anything. Smoke testing, load testing. Smoke testing is like a build verification testing. If your build is good or not, which dev team has provided. Load testing. Load testing means you are employing huge amount of data in your application. You're verifying your application is capable to handle that or not. And number of users you are bombarding at the same time. You will see at what point it is failing. You will note down that point. That's called a render verse point. This all will be there in a load testing. This is a different type of course, load testing. We just we know this only theoretically. Apart from that, it is using C language and load runner. Through that load runner, we can use this load testing. Security testing, just a login feature, we can do it so far here. For security, you know that ethical hacking and all these things, like penetration testing and all functionalities will be there, but I will show you the whatever is covered in a manual testing, how to do a security manual check. Like you are doing for login, let's say Facebook, you will do a login logout, like that. Nobody should use your things, yeah, like that we can use for here manually. Any questions here, Shipra and Tanu? So far,
No, I'm good.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
okay. Now test life cycle. So SRS, that is a system requirement specification. So let's say some small scale company, okay. Uh, Based on what company you are going, based on that you have to you have to work on this document. Uh, in small scale companies, they will ask tester to write this document. In a larger company, they this will be done by a business analyst. Now, test preparation of test plan. You never have to do it as a beginner. This will be done by your QA manager. But it is 100% asked question. What is a test plan and components of test plan? We will see one test plan. I have my live project test plan, but I won't be able to share that. So it's so we'll take one application which will be working and good for testing. If you have any, maybe we can take up that. Otherwise, I have chosen one application that we will do it. Design of test cases. So we will take 2-3 applications. We will design test cases. One you people can one I will bring, one you people, so that you will be familiar. If you will get any feature, I mean anything in a future, you will be able to write these test cases. Now, execution of test cases. How to execute that what you are writing. So what you can do, let's say you both are there, then one person can, how it will work in industry. Let's say Shipra is designing and Shipra and Tanu both are in the same team. Then it will go to Tanu, what you have done, your work will be checked and peer reviewed by your colleague, and her work will be by you,
Okay.
like that. And
Okay.
after that, execution, because peer reviewer name will come. So you have to make sure, and not just a scrutinize, and you have to see the application, and you have to find out whether one or other person have missed anything or not, and you have to highlight it, right? So this way our test cases will be fully intact, and we don't miss anything. Later, execution of test cases, one more person will be there. Okay, see, mostly 99% of company executor will be different. They don't have a knowledge. They are not the person who are writing test cases. So what you are writing in that navigation steps should be there. Now one challenge is, I will tell you. Now when you will say, when we start this course, you will be having a application, because you will come up with the application how to design a test cases. But in a real time, when the product or project will be developed from a scratch, you won't have a application or website which you can see and design a test cases. You just have to refer this SRS preparation documentation. What you will be, you have to, let's say you've got a job, right? In this document is hand over to you. You have to make tell them that I won't be, you have to first go through 99% navigation steps won't be written by a business analyst. You have to say, okay, go to click this button, account, then summary, account summary, create customer. All these navigations are not provided. So you won't be able to write while designing your test cases. If you have an application, you will be able to write navigations. Otherwise, you have to follow this document where navigation steps won't be given. Now evaluate the results. You have to write a pass fail. In a test case format, I will give you test case format. So that format only everybody will use. Minor changes, it may come small changes, company to company. And you have to write a pass. One column will be the results. You have to write a pass fail, pass or fail. If fail is there, you have to provide a defect ID in another column. In another way, you will be having a remarks. Let's say if you have a not executed or blocked, right? So you will be having a column. In that you have to write your remarks why it is blocked. You have to document your test results. So let's say generally how it will work in a only testing team. Let's say one project is given to only testing team, right? Some companies that they are only doing, there are company existing in a market who are doing only, who are taking only testing projects. Okay, there are around in India 20-25 companies are existed now. They only focus on testing work. They have a particular team, because why client is doing like this? They don't rely on the company who is a development, who is doing a development. That's why they are giving this testing work to another company. Okay, so that whatever errors this they are hiding, that will be caught in by another company, right? So that's why these test results are important, that because we have to share across the client. Casual analysis and preparation of validation reports. So this is a validation reports. You can create a pie chart, or you can create in a tabular form. So how it is working in your company, you can go ahead and ask to your seniors, and or you can prepare reports and send across. Then regression testing and follow up on reported bugs. There are dedicated people who are just writing, who are just creating a defects and doing follow up. Okay, there will be designation given as a consultant. What this consultant is doing, you know, they have a very good skills. Only what they have to do, they have to follow up, this work is done or not, that work is done or not. From the, they have a very good tie up with the testing and development team. Okay, so they will just do follow up for the bugs and what is next. So after doing this course, it's up to you. The You can either go to manual testing, or we will take a scrum session 2 days. So in case if you wanted to be a scrum master, you can be a scrum master, you can apply for that role. Okay, in that no knowledge is required for software. Okay, you will be like a managerial role. You will get the same salary as a the developer and testers will do, but you should be a very good manager, right? You have to manage, you have to give day in day tasks to everybody. Okay, so let's say if some this Shipra, okay, Shipra has a very good command on her English, and she is a very good managing her projects, right? Then she can choose either manual testing, or she can do you can choose either manual testing, and you have to give one exam, okay, that is called a SCM exam. Okay, that's some dollars they will take, and you have to take a training. I will provide you training, but for certification you might have to go undergo a training, and you will be able to get one certificate that will be for 2 years, and you can apply for your scrum master role. It's like how you are managing Jira, how you are giving day to day task, right? It will be very easy if you are if you are working somewhere as a manager. It will be very easy to you how to connect with your team, how to resolve your blockers. So there is one more opportunity, you can become a scrum master. Okay, levels of testing. So unit testing, integration testing, system testing, and acceptance testing, these all are part of testing. Unit testing will be done by developers, and these three types of testing will be done by a testing team. Now this testing principles, so that we will see in depth for this course. So this is just a principle so that you can remember when you start your work. If you have done practically for any application, test plan, test case document, if you have created, if you have shared how it is working in industry, if you have worked actually real time, then you will be able to crack any interviews or work any application easily. Because generally how they are doing, they are giving nowadays laptop to you, they will ask you to write a test case on a application. You have to write your format, you have to write test cases for that web application. This is how it is working in manual testing current interviews. So yeah, these are the 8 features what you have to remember while designing your test cases and test suite, and how what will be the like there are many methods like boundary value analysis, equivalence partitioning. So these all things we will see what methods you can, when you have to deal with data, what method you will apply there while writing your test cases. So here not much, little bit maths it will come. Maths, like you will have to design. There are 60 people, let's say in a aeroplane you have to accommodate 60 people, how you will manage if three seats are there like that. So how you will test fourth person is not entered and all 3 seats are filled. So these all logics we have to put in a, and design a test case. This is all about manual testing. And one thing which is not written here, so that's 1 or 2 day things, which is a scrum methodology, so that we will see. Because actually we when you work in a live, you have to work in a scrum. So that we will see in a course. Any question and answers?
Yeah, so I just want to ask, like, if I
Hmm,
start as a test manual tester, what you said is
hmm,
I have to prepare a test plan first,
hmm. No, no,
write the
no, no.
test case, write the
Huh,
test
huh,
cases.
So I will tell you. So when you are joining as a testing person,
Mhm.
you don't you they will ask you 100% for sure about what is test plan, what are the 14 components. They will ask you all the 14 components. Those
Okay,
I will give you. You have to buy heart. Hmm?
okay,
You don't
okay,
have to use it. You have to say in case if you are showing your experience. Okay, there are
okay,
ways.
okay.
There are ways
Uh-huh.
you can show that your experience, your banking experience. If you're what you have to see in your bank, what designation they have given to you. If they have given you consultant or analyst or something like that, you can show that you have worked in this bank as a this thing. If your roles and responsibilities not mentioned there, you can definitely show your those banking experience and convert it into. Because and by the time in whatever training I'm giving you, you take any banking application,
Okay,
not your bank, you don't need to show that. You just take up some piece of images and see what fields are available. Note it down the fields which you are seeing on a bank page. only fields you have to write, and you have to write a test case for that, right? Like that. Yeah, that you have to say I have worked on this particular thing, and I was working as a software. Okay, may I know your designation, if it's
Uh,
not so personal?
yeah, that's that's okay. I work on a retail banking side, and I'm a private banker here.
Private banker, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So what you can do, you can take this things advantage, you can do this course. There are many companies, if you know, like and street something like that, right? Street bank or something,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Europe bank, yeah, yeah. So this then Society General, yeah, these three companies are your targeted. RBL, Dutchess Bank, right? Like that, these companies are there. You do your testing course, prepare your CV with all the banking specifications, and go ahead and apply. Then
Oh,
you will, yeah, yeah. Because what actually for banking people they are searching is, let's see, if I tell you about myself, I don't have a banking experience, right? So they need a core banking people who have a experience as a tester as well as a banker. Okay, first they
correct.
will
So
go and see.
I will know the banking process better than a non-banker.
Correct, right?
Okay.
So you
Uh-huh.
know that better than me. So for this banking, we are not eligible, right? So where
Uh-huh.
we are not eligible and where you are eligible, you should take that advantage and you should apply for those areas. And you have to see, like in Naukri.com, if you go ahead and see, right? And your CV when you're preparing, it should be in a latest format, not like like 1 or 2 year back, what format was doing, how your skills that you have to highlight, and like that little bit highlighting should be done. I mean, it should be very good, right? Handy CV. People like to see like that. Yeah, and it will be. So what I suggest is how actually you and Tanu, how approach should be there. First approach is go to manual testing job, apply there, get that job, and learn this automation course. And once you are 2 or 3 months older in your company, ask them automation work.
Okay.
Understood?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I will tell you one thing, that in this automation course, coding will be there. Hmm? Coding, I mean, you can auto generate as well, but for while working, you can auto generate, but for interview, you have to remember it.
Okay. Okay.
Let's say some palindrome program or Fibonacci series, still Tanu might have attended in her course, but still what you have done in your course, right? In your university, this course, this same program they will ask you to write.
Okay.
I will tell you the optional thing, right? Where you can skip. So if you are not good, I will tell you one thing. That's why I'm saying you do this course, but for interview, you should be very good in Java after this course, or Java and Selenium. If you're not good, use my way. First go to manual testing job. After 3 months, have a good tie up with your manager that okay, you wanted to learn new things, you wanted to switch into automation. Ask them and switch to automation. Learn there, okay? Because practical exposure is a main thing where you can learn it. So we will take here all practical things only. If and you can take any application and do it, but only my concern is for interview, you have to code.
But the
Understand?
problem is how to get that first interview call. I am struggling since so many months. I am not getting a single call for the interview also for manual testing.
Okay, Tanu, I will
So
tell you one thing. Yeah, I'm
yeah.
not sure whether you are aware or not. Yeah, so there are, okay, I will tell you. Jobs for her is a site. Okay, even I am also providing jobs to my student. Only the thing is they have to, they have to crack it. Okay,
Okay.
and I will tell you how to follow up with recruiters and all. Okay, another thing. Um, yeah, there was a event, huge event, monster.com, only for women who have a gap in their career. Okay, just before a month it was there.
So was it in India? Because we are in US, so I don't know.
Oh, okay, you are in US. No,
Yes.
that was okay. I for you, I will give you some numbers. I know some people who can help you. I mean, they need some thing. But I am not confirm. I can't confirm you on that. But I will give you some references. I mean,
Okay.
if job openings are there, I will get it. I will pass on to you.
Okay, Maitri, that please don't discuss job part. That
Huh.
is,
Oh,
uh,
sorry.
we'll
Oh,
take it.
oh. Yeah. Any questions, Tanu and Shipra?
No,
No,
I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay. Then we are done for the day, and our regular class will start from Monday.
Okay,
So
so from Monday to Friday, it will be there. Monday US time or India time?
okay, let me know your timings, preferable timings. No, it
Yeah,
will be. Yeah, Tanu, tell me like IST time, morning, evening.
No,
yeah.
IST time morning is what you today, what you did is good
Uh-huh.
for me as I am working here. So I can only take the course during during evenings. Morning I will be at work. So your morning, my evening suits me.
Yeah, same thing for me. Evening suits me too.
So whatever
So,
time was today, like 8 a.m. IST is good for me.
yeah, but 8 a.m. IST on your Monday will not might not work for us because we only have Saturdays and Sundays to go out and do our chores so or meet people. So Sunday it might be a problem. I don't know. Sunday night.
No, Monday. Yeah, exactly. You can start from Tuesday. So Tuesday morning will be our Monday evening.
Yeah, exactly. So your Maitri, your Tuesday mornings to Saturday morning. I believe we will be good. Hello.
I'm right here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but
Yeah, I think the trainer has. I can't see her on the screen.
yeah, yeah.
So maybe
So maybe we should like wait